What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody. So continuing with our 2026 previews, now it's time to talk about Moana, which in my opinion is the biggest, phoniest, fakest cash grab in Disney's history. All right. The movie only came out 10 years ago, less than 10 years ago. Actually, it came out in 2016. This will be the 10-year anniversary when this movie finally drops. And as Polygon says here, Disney's live action Moana trailer looks a lot like a cartoon. At what point is a movie no longer live action? Well, when you're doing live action Moana, that's when it's no longer live action. Because you guys remember, we talked about this trailer, and man, this thing, look at the ratio on this shit right here, man. 46,000 likes to 132,000 dislikes. Damn! And remember, they had the nerve to come out and try to tout this trailer. Oh my God, it's one of the biggest viewed trailers of all time. And it's like, yeah, but look at the ratio that's going on. People are not rocking with this. But look, I guarantee you, this movie is going to make bread. This movie is going to have success. You guys are going to go out and watch it. Yes, you are. You right now sitting at home watching my channel. You are going to go out and watch this movie and put more bread in Disney's pockets to continue to make these phony, fake live action, quote unquote, live action remakes. That little chicken right there don't look nothing like a live action chicken. That's what y'all are going to do. Look, everything on this trailer looks fake. That thing looks fake. All right. If I said that this is probably the most realistic scene that they have in this whole thing, but I mean, even that looks bad. This looks like it could be animated, like some Avatar type shit, all right? Now, the little girl that's coming up here, all right, she looks real enough, all right? But look at this, look at this shit. Look, that is fake as hell. This does not pass the muster, man. This looks like a cartoon. This whole thing looks like animation. I'm pretty sure, obviously, the waves are animated, but it's like, what is the point? What is the point of doing it if it's gonna look this fake? This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, everything off of this right now. Again, this looks fake. This looks animated. This looks animated. All right. Now this probably is real. Yeah, the people, all of that, that's real. All right, but this little bug running through the jungle and then turning that looks obviously animated. Next summer, this whole thing right here, everything from Moana, it has to be animated. So why call it live action? And why do it at all?
It's Hollywood, baby.
That's kind of the biggest problem. Again, why do it at all? People were asking this question. Moana fans are all asking the same question after the live action trailer drops. Moana 2 was released in theaters last year. And yeah, the question they're asking is, why? All right. Why do we need a live action one? One person wrote under the trailer on YouTube, echoing hundreds of social media users questioning what prompted the live action remake. And what prompted the live action remake is money.
Money talks.
It's the exact same thing it always is when it comes to Disney. Disney is no longer in the artistic business, and they are in the business to make money. And y'all are going to feed them more money with Moana. How do I know? Because that's what y'all did with Lilo and Stitch.
He ain't lying.
Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion at the worldwide box office, and it was nothing but a glorified cash grab. It was a cash grab that was a lesser version of the previous film. That's what's crazy about it. People said, I didn't like the ending. I don't like how Ohana no longer means family. It means you could drop your little sister off with the state and you can run to LA or San Diego, wherever she went to study. It's like, why can't you study in Hawaii? All right. Like, that's the problem. This is what Lilo and Stitch was. People didn't like it. Y'all still went and watched it. It was the biggest cash grab of all cash grabs. But Disney knows, oh, if we make it, they will come.
It's facts. It's facts. It's not facts. It's not facts.
They will show up in the theaters. They will sit down on day one or weekend 2, and they will fork over money and they will go and watch this movie. And theaters loved it. They were like, hey, this is great. We love it. But you guys are going to continue this trend. And it's going to be the exact same thing with Moana. You guys are going to go and watch this fake movie, all right? With this, I mean, this is just ridiculous. This background right here, man, this is just absolutely ridiculous how fake this looks. There's no purpose behind this other than to take money out your wallet. That's it. That's all, man. They don't have anything artistic to do, anything artistic to say. They might try to trick you and change it up. I don't know what they could possibly change Moana into like they did with Lilo and Stitch. But best believe, man, if you guys keep feeding this engine of Disney's just going to keep giving you live action, fake, phony, sloppy remakes. That's what they're going to continue to give you because you guys are going to continue to show up and watch them.
He's out of line, but he's right.
And remember, like Disney was on their way out of live action remakes after Snow White. After Snow White, they was like, you know what? We got to pull the plug on Tangled, all right? They had pulled the plug on the Tangled live action movie because of Snow White, because how bad Snow White did. But as soon as Lilo and Stitch dropped, they was like, oh, Tangled's back on and cracking, all right? Tangled live action take resumes early development at Disney. And they probably said, yeah, we got to put some more folks like Scarlett Johansson in it or something like that. I don't think Scarlett's going to be in it. I think I read that she's going to be doing something else. You know, but at the end of the day, they're going on. They're like, yeah. And Moana, I guarantee you, is going to be the exact same thing. All right. Now, I don't think it'll make the same amount of money as Lilo and Stitch. If you check the calendar for summer of 26, it's coming into a very, very, very crowded marketplace, all right? Crowded as hell. Toy Story 5 is dropping June 19, all right? And that's going to be an IMAX. On June 26, we're going to get Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. We already previewed that, all right? That's also going to have an IMAX release. Then when we get to July, we're going to have Minions 3, all right? And then the next big one after that is going to be Moana. Now, Moana's going to be about 10 days after Minions. So a lot of people will have saw Minions, and then its second weekend will be Moana's. And so it's going to be kind of interesting to see, how does this fit for Minions? Is Minions still doing big numbers? Minions generally does really, really big numbers. You know, I think the last Minions almost made $1 billion. And then the Despicable Me movies, those always clock in somewhere around $1 billion, if not $1 billion. And so Moana is crashing in around these movies, all right? Supergirl, Toy Story, Minions. And then the week after Moana, you're getting the Odyssey. You know, the Chris Nolan movie, all right? And we're going to preview all of these. And then you're going to get Evil Dead Burn. And then Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't know why this doesn't have an IMAX. But nevertheless, like, there's going to be a lot of big movies that are crashing in around Moana. So I think it's going to be really, really difficult for Moana to hit the same numbers that Lilo and Stitch hit. But if Disney makes $600 million worldwide off of this, they're probably okay. I'm pretty sure that, as fake as that thing looks, it probably didn't cost them much more than $150 million. You know, if they spend about $100 million on marketing, that's $250 million total. They just need $500 million to break even. And if they get to $600 million, which you guys are going to push it to, all right, y'all are going to go and watch it. Look, am I trying to shame you into not watching Moana? Yes, because I'm tired of Disney remakes, all right? Little reverse psychology working on y'all. Hopefully this thing doesn't blow up at the box office. I'm not wishing any ill on the actors or the director or anything. I'm just tired of live action slop from Disney. These live action fake remakes, they are cash grabs. That's all they are. There's nothing creative going on with Disney. All they want to do is cash grab, cash grab, cash grab. And we just keep feeding the engine. Well, not me, you, okay? Y'all keep feeding the engine. So stop feeding the cash grab engine.
Stop it. Get some help.
This thing is nothing but cash grab the movie, man. Every single one of these live action remakes. And then everybody's dog walking it in the comments of that trailer. Yeah, like, this is another reason why I think that this movie probably won't do as well as Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch didn't get this amount of backlash, all right? The backlash is absolutely off the charts, man. Everybody is dragging and dog walking this thing. The comment section is more creative than the trailer itself. Well, of course. Because the commenters got to come up with something off the top of the dome, man. They got to come up with something unique and original. Disney is just like, Control-C, Control-V, sprinkle some humans in it, off we go, all right? We got another $1 billion hit. At least that's the way they're thinking. And it's going to be up to audiences to say, nah, we're not doing it this time, Disney. Make new shit. That's what the audiences need to get out there and tell them. Disney coming to theaters near you. Me, files restraining order. Next summer, as if getting attacked by mosquitoes and wasps weren't bad enough. Is that an earthquake? No, it's just the sound of Walt Disney rolling in his grave. Damn. Bruh, it's like Walt Disney, even though Walt Disney was, you know, adapting grim fairy tales and all of that stuff. Even though he was doing that, he was still being creative within that. He wasn't just saying, hey, let's just take the story as is, put it up on screen, animate it, throw some little cute animals in it, we're done. No, he was like, hey, we got to adapt it a certain way. You know, we got to tell the story from this angle. We got to do some music. All right, we're going to add some music to most of these movies. Some songs that'll get people really singing the songs. And he created a litany of classics that way. Disney just wants to Control-C, Control-V. That's it. Disney did all the work for us. All we got to do is just copy off his homework. That's it. They aren't doing anything new and original over there. Just wait till we get the live action Zootopia. Real animated animals. They probably are, man. At some point in time, they're going to animate a live action Zootopia, call it live action, and then animate it, and then off we go. Just like the Lion King live action. Not one real lion in that thing, all right? They said like the backgrounds and some of the vistas and the scenes that you saw, that was actually filmed in Africa. But like, come on, y'all. They got to knock this crap off. I'm a girl who loves my island, and I'm a dude who left my theater. Yep. Listen, man, you're going to watch it. I'm trying to shame you into not watching it, but watch when we get to July, all right? When we get here to July 10, and Moana's in screens, and it's on IMAX, we're going to see, oh, record-breaking crowds. Everybody's watching Moana. That's what's going to happen. Even though it's just basically the same movie that you got 10 years ago, no different, with some humans in it. Just go and watch the old Moana. I mean, you got it on Disney Plus, I'm quite sure. Just go and watch it there. And stop feeding this live-action remake slop. Stop feeding it, and Disney will stop. As they've already proven, hey, let's pull the plug on Tangle. But then as soon as Lilo and Stitch came back out, it's on and popping again. Let's go. That's what Disney's going to do. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. How's it going to do? Are you looking forward to live-action, fake, sloppy Moana? Are you looking forward to this crap? All right? Is this what you want coming out of Disney? This fake nonsense? Is this what we're going to get? If you keep watching it, Disney will continue to give it to you. That's just the way it goes. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.